Hello, we're back with MOSO Update, a monthly program where we connect you with campus news and events here at Missouri Southern State University. I'm Kate Kelley.
And I'm Sean Gordon. We are proud to bring you up to speed on all of the most exciting events that have been happening around campus this month. So Kate, what has been going on recently?
Well, students, including myself, had the opportunity to spruce up their wardrobe thanks to career services. The 4th annual Dress to Impress clothing drive, sponsored by the Career Services Office, provided students with the chance to improve their professional wardrobe at no cost. Hundreds of items were donated by the community, faculty, and alumni. Students were supplied with a personal shopping assistant that helped them select clothing items and coordinate professional outfits.
This has always been one of the many ways our university tries to give back to the community. I'm glad they were able to help you out, Kate.
Yeah, it was really great. I took home several blazers, including the one I'm wearing right now.
Oh, that's cool. That's a very cool blazer indeed. Well, coming up next, we have an event that is building bridges in more ways than one.
On March 15th, Missouri Southern hosted the 17th annual Southwest Missouri Bridge Building Contest, where elementary through high school students brought their handmade bridges to compete to see whose was the strongest. Each bridge was attached to a bucket where sand was poured. When the bridge snapped, the weight was recorded.
It's basically a way that we as engineers try to get the kids involved in something that's interesting, that they can do hands-on, they can actually see what happens, and get some experience at planning out how to make something, then executing making it, and then getting to watch it fail and see how it fails and how they can maybe do better next time.
Well, my design was a archway design. My design actually came from a real-life bridge that stands today. Most bridges today are actually archways, not only for their supreme capabilities as bridges, but also for their intricate styles and the designs that you can make for them.
Congratulations to all the students who competed. For the MOSO Update, this is Mackenzie Kelley.
It's so cool to see students getting involved with this organization that really has the potential to open a lot of new doors for them in the future. You got a chance to participate in this contest several years ago, didn't you, Sean?
Yeah, it was back when I was in high school. We did a bridge project for one of my classes. And I gotta tell you, it's no easy task. It took me a few weeks at least to put that bridge together.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a short break, but in the meantime, you can enjoy another episode of Twin Time.
Welcome to Twin Time, where we capitalize on the fact that we were born with another person.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Abby.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Maddie.
Today, we're going to be answering some questions that we get frequently as twins. No.
No.
I think you could figure that out by looking at us.
I'm the oldest.
Alyssa's the oldest.
Like a couple minutes.
10 minutes. That's a stupid question and I decline to answer.
Well, I was first, so nothing. We're the same on mostly everything. Me.
Alyssa.
The older twins are shorter. Definitely not. Never, because that's weird.
Not really.
We're us. Obviously Maddie.
Obviously Maddie. Lauren and I did once by accident.
By accident?
Because, it wasn't really that we switched places or anything, but, our science teacher, thought that we were, like, just cousins for, like, a whole semester because one of our friends sarcastically said that we were cousins and he believed them up until the point that our mom showed up for parent-teacher conferences. We didn't know about it, but...
Honestly, no one could tell us apart anyway, so what's the point of switching places if no one knows which one's which anyway?
It's true.
Very normal.
What's it like not having a twin?
Yeah. No. They've known us for like 20 years. I don't have parents.
How dare you bring that up?
How dare you bring up my parents? We're twisters.
We're twins, but not sis. Both. That's the stupidest question you could ever ask. Our whole lives. That's a dumb question. Why would you ask me that?
No. Us. How can you tell me apart? Well, you don't.
I don't know. There's no good answer.
Yeah.
Like, we look alike. I don't know what
Yeah.
else to tell you. Like, figure it out, I guess.
Figure it out.
No. Just no comment.
No comment.
Put your lips on the mic, no comment.
No. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Marley.
The George A. Spiva Library on the campus of Missouri Southern State University is offering more than the usual this month as they come together for a good cause. Fostering Hope is a program designed to help foster children collect school supplies for the upcoming year.
This program is trying to make sure that these kids don't get left behind or slip through the cracks.
It has been the hope of Reed to continue to have the campus library benefit the community since their last fundraiser for the Red Cross.
And this year I wanted to try something a little different, so I contacted the social work department, Renee White, and I asked her for suggestions for charities we could work with to do a fundraiser for, and she suggested Fostering Hope.
The donations being called for include backpacks, art supplies, and notebooks, among other items. Students are encouraged to bring in these items or cash to the circulation desk for the Fostering Hope fundraiser. Students on campus seem to appreciate being given the opportunity to give back as well.
And knowing that the library as a department, even though they have so many things going on, but still they want to help to the community, to the foster kids, I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, it's literally beautiful.
To learn more about how you can help or donate, contact Kayla Reed at the Spiva Library on campus. Reporting for MOSO Update, I'm Kate Kelley. We're back with MOSO Update. I'm Kate Kelley.
And I'm Sean Gordon. One of our student organizations is doing their part to help out the community in support of the National Day of Service. The Golden Crest Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa is currently hosting a canned food drive through April 12th. Canned and boxed foods can be delivered to the boxes in Billingsley Student Center, the Criminal Justice Building, the Leon Health Sciences Building, Hearns Hall, Kuhn Hall, Leggett and Platt Athletic Center, Plaster Hall, Reynolds Hall, Spiva Library, Taylor Education, the Taylor Performing Arts Center, Ummel Hall, and Webster Hall. Donations will be distributed to those in need by Watered Gardens.
It's so cool to hear about the ODK canned food drive and to hear about how all those donations are going to be helping those in need. Next up, we have a rundown to share of the events that took place during Frankenstein Week. Frankenstein Week is the inaugural event in the new Literature Lives series at Missouri Southern. Sponsored by the English and Philosophy Department, it focuses on both the original novel and subsequent film versions of the book. Dr. Dustin Falstick, assistant professor of the English department, introduced Reverend Richard Gates as he presented a lecture entitled Theology in Frankenstein, Incarnating Human Fragility. The event was held at Peace Lutheran Church, and members in attendance were encouraged to keep working towards a deeper understanding of love and forgiveness in accepting those who are different.
That's a very inspirational message, Kate. I think it's a message that everyone should hear, just like another message a student organization delivered. The Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Committee presented a Women's History Month lunch and panel discussion on March 30th in Billingsley Student Center's Connor Ballroom. The Diversity Forum event was presented in collaboration with the MSSU Show Me Gold program. The theme was, How far have we come? What are we doing now? Where do we go from here? Featured speakers included Melody Colbert-Keene, Dr. Pat Lapira, and Major Sandra Stover. Student, faculty, staff, and members of the community were invited to attend, and lunch was provided.
We have more news in store, including how some students tested their knowledge during a first ever trivia event. We'll have the details on that later, but for now, please enjoy another episode of Campus Walking.
I'm Veronica Gazaway, and this is Campus Walking. Today's episode is about St. Patrick's Day. We're going to ask some people questions about their celebrations and if they believe in luck. Check it out. So what is your favorite part about St. Patrick's Day celebrations?
Well, my wife is Irish, and so she cooks an actual Irish meal, the corned beef, the cabbage, the boiled potatoes, and so we have people over, we have fun.
That sounds awesome. Do you believe in luck?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. Do you believe in like lucky symbols like the horseshoe or the four-leaf clover?
The four-leaf clover, yes, I do. I used to look for them as I was a little girl. My dad actually sent me an email today of a picture of me gathering all these four-leaf clovers.
That's cool. What is your favorite St. Patrick's Day tradition?
Probably be wearing green. Probably.
All right. And do you pinch people that don't wear green?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Depends on the person.
Do you think there are like tokens or symbols that are lucky?
I don't know. Not really, but I think it's cool when people like carry around maybe a rabbit's foot. I think that's kind of funny. I think it's cool to do.
Yeah. Do you believe in luck?
I could see how it could play a role in like video games, but I wouldn't say everything's up to chance.
Okay. Do you believe in lucky symbols?
Sometimes I do.
Like what?
Maybe when a penny is on heads or something like that.
I flip them over. Like if I see one that's not on heads, I flip it over and I let somebody else pick it up. I don't know if that makes it legal or not.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I know this really isn't St. Patrick's Day-ish, but McDonald's has the Shamrock Shakes, and they're so good. I love those.
I'm Veronica Gazaway. Thank you for watching Campus Walking.
Variety has been called the spice of life, and students celebrated the variety of cultures with their clubs on campus during Missouri Southern's Diversity Day event held on April 13th from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Diversity Day is a way for our Missouri Southern registered student organizations to be able to express themselves with a form of diversity. So whether it's gender equality, LGBTQ community, international, any form of diversity that could be shown, could be expressed on this day. So.
Students appreciated showing their diversity as well as seeing what other clubs had to show.
I think our main goal here in Diversity Day is just to educate people about our club and about the undocumented community and just everything. The political agenda is changing a lot dramatically with the new administration, and so we also want to let people know what's going on at the moment with DACA.
Diversity Day has been going on for several years now, and faculty hope to see this tradition of celebrating our differences continue. Reporting for MOSO Update, I'm Kate Kelley. We're back with MOSO Update. I'm Kate Kelley.
And I'm Sean Gordon. As mentioned earlier, freshmen had the opportunity to test their knowledge during the first ever trivia tournament sponsored by the First Year Experience Office. The First Year Experience Office held the first ever freshman trivia tournament on Tuesday, March 6th in the North End Zone Alumni Room. There was a free meal and the teams had a chance to make their own team name and logo. There were 10 rounds of 10 questions. Each round covered a specific topic such as pop culture, MSSU student services, classic movies, MOSO buildings, and music. Students who pre-registered were entered into a drawing to win prizes.
Well, freshmen may be having fun, but seniors, including myself, are getting excited about the future. The Graduation Expo gave graduating seniors a one-stop shop for picking up their cap and gown, checking account balances, and ordering announcements and class rings.
Sounds like a good time, especially since I heard there was cake being served there too. I'm sure their participants appreciated that. But for those of you out there who crave a healthier option, maybe this next story will pique your interest. Grilled chicken wraps, fruit and veggies with hummus might not be your traditional game grub, But thanks to grant funding and student research efforts, those healthy options are now available. Andrea Cullers, an assistant kinesiology professor, says the idea came from her work as a member of the Joplin Area Food Action Network. So come and get yours today. We're going to change the subject here for a moment and give you an update on MSSU's athletic activities. So, Kate, what has been going on there?
Well, one of our coaches has received a wonderful honor. Missouri Southern head coach Jeff Boschee has been named the MIAA Men's Basketball Coach of the Year. Boschee has coached the Lions to a 20-win season for the second time in his 4-year career. This year, the Lions were picked to finish 6th in the preseason coaches poll, and the Lions finished the season 2nd overall and had 2 wins against regular season MIAA Championship Northwest Missouri.
Well, I'm really happy for him. In addition, the MIAA recently announced its End of the Year awards, and it turns out that our very own CJ Carr has been named a first-team All-MIAA pick. Cool, huh?
Absolutely. Our basketball team has had a great season, and we have more sports news coming from our sports reporter, Tashina Coleman.
Hi, I'm the Sports Update host, Tashina Coleman, here to bring you all the sports news here on Missouri Southern campus. Despite not having a great season, football pretty much has a whole new coaching staff. They got right to work after starting spring football practice. They hosted their spring football game on Saturday. The volleyball program recently hired a new head coach, Kelley. She had previously coached at Blinn College in Texas, where she helped take the Buccaneers to a 73-43 record, 3 straight NJCAA regional appearances, and a trip to the NJCAA championship. Both the men's and women's basketball team came up short in postseason play. The men's team made the NCAA Division II Central Regional Tournament, but was sent home after losing to Southwest Minnesota State. The women's team was knocked out of the first round by Lindenwood of the conference tournament. As the softball team season comes to a close, they will be heading off to the MIAA postseason tournament on April 26th and 28th. The baseball team has been struggling, losing 8 of their last 11 games. Their next games will be away at Pittsburgh State University and University of Central Missouri on April 25th and 27th. Both the men's and women's track and field season are coming to an end. They have one more track meet left, and they will host it on April 27th. Next, they will have the MIAA Conference Outdoor Championships. That's all for Sports Update. I'm Tashina Coleman, and now back to Kate and Sean.
Thanks for that sports update, Tashina. We look forward to your next report. Up next, a trip around the world with our international student profile.
Missouri Southern actually saw about it's like the dynamics of its international club, and it actually integrates a lot of international qualities into like its school, and the international organization here does a lot of stuff. And also, it's a very affordable school too, and it had my major, so like it actually satisfied and met all the qualifications of the college, the type of college I was looking for. So it's a lot different. First of all, the food is very, very much different from what I'm used to, and sort of the people too are different. I'll say particularly in Joplin, I feel like people are more like, outgoing, more of, well, like, sure, people are outgoing there, but not as much. So like you wouldn't always want to say hey or like start conversation with somebody like out of the blues, like you can do here. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's probably just my family. Nothing. There's nothing like. Yeah, it's probably just my family. Yeah, the food too. Yeah, I mean everybody misses the food to be honest. But like yeah, the food and the family for sure. Yeah. Well, after I graduate, I'm not even entirely sure about that. I know that I definitely want to do masters, but I don't know when that'll be. I'll probably go back home. Most likely will after I graduate, and then see what happens on from there. My dream job would be I actually want to be a versatile programmer. That is someone who can like code like a lot of languages, and there are many languages. So yeah, that's what I like to be. I don't know what company I would like to do it for, but like definitely that's what I want to do. Like I feel like primary memory here has been like it's probably been like the things I've done with people. I've like done a ton of stuff around here, like Silver Dollar City, Six Flags, and then like playing soccer with people. It's generally just the time like I spend with like people I've met here and doing different things, like trying different foods and stuff like that. I'd say to definitely come here if, and especially when it comes to international students, I'll definitely recommend coming over here because there are a lot of events that like the international club here hosts for the international student, and he also has the host families, which I don't think is a thing in a lot of universities. But yeah, like it's definitely a place where you feel welcome as an international student and that you feel belong through the activities and the events that they hold.
It's always a pleasure to get to know another one of our international students. They always have something new and exciting to tell us.
Absolutely. Their perspectives are definitely valuable. We have another interesting point of view to share.
We do indeed. Please enjoy another Administrative Minute segment with Ashley Zumwalt.
Hi, I'm Ashley Zumwalt reporting for the MOSO Update. Today for your Administrative Minute, we sat down with Dr. Locker, professor of sociology, to talk to him about the time that he proposed to his wife after the fireworks that took place at Missouri Southern.
It wasn't like a planned thing at all. No, really. And it wasn't like some big dramatic thing where, like, as the finale was going off, I, dropped to my knee in front of a crowd of hundreds or anything like that. I used to live right across the field from Missouri Southern campus on College View Drive, and when I first moved here. And so Melissa and I don't remember actually if we came here to the stadium to watch the fireworks or if I think we just might have watched them from my front yard. She would remember, but I don't. And then not too long after that, I know we either came back to my house or went inside my house. I can't remember which because we were in my kitchen or something. And I was just like, I kind of in the back of my mind had been planning on proposing, but like at that moment, it like I couldn't wait another 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like I suddenly had to just spit it out. And so I gave what was probably the worst proposal in history. I think it was probably something like, "Would you marry me?" There was no flowery speech about how much she means to me or anything like that. And then because I hadn't planned it ahead, I didn't, have a ring to offer up or anything like that. So I gave her a choice of a spoon ring or a mood ring because that's what I had in the house. And so she took the spoon ring, and we eventually replaced it with, an engagement ring. But she still has that spoon ring too. It had occurred to me periodically throughout a relationship prior to that, I should marry her, But it never really felt like I should, oh, we should actually do that. It was more like a generic, I should marry her someday, And then somewhere right around then, it just got to the point where once I decided for sure yes, I couldn't keep it in anymore. So it would have been much smoother if I'd planned it out a few days ahead of time, but at least it was honest and from the heart, right? Could have been worse, could have been, can you pass the peanut butter and you want to get married, I suppose something like that. I'm glad the fireworks are coming back to campus. It'll be nice because a lot of the places where we first went when we were dating don't exist anymore. Either, like a lot of the restaurants where we had our first lunch, our first dinner, they're out of business, or the building, it's totally gone, that kind of thing. So it'd be nice to have, at least that back, I guess, yeah. So it'll be like a little deja vu, only this time with kids.
This has been your Administrative Minute. I'm Ashley Zumwalt reporting for the MOSO Update.
The 39th Annual Spring Picnic was held from 10:30 to 1 on the Oval on April 27th. Sponsored by Student Activities, the picnic is a tradition that brings students together to celebrate the end of the semester and give a needed boost for the upcoming week of finals. And for the first time, Fresh Ideas served street tacos. Other highlights included spin art, frisbees, a photo booth, and free t-shirts.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have today for MOSO Update, folks. We hope you've enjoyed your time spent with us. It has been our pleasure.
Join us next time as we strive to keep you connected with everything happening here in Lion Country.